Hey, it's me, GV. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. It has been quite a while since I've recorded this, so hopefully I remember exactly where we were, and I think I do. I think we had just finished up things with the Brotherhood of Steel. Let's take a look at our quest. Wildcard side bets. Optional. Tell Yes Man that you're familiar with the Brotherhood of Steel and wish to ignore them. Go to Red Rock Canyon and make contact with the Great Khans. For everyone that has been, getting bored with all of the wildcard side bet stuff, all of the side factions and all that stuff, congratulations, because we're pretty much at the end of it, and I don't know if we're even going to be able to do the Great Khan stuff, considering we killed them at Boulder City, and they're probably going to be super angry and want to kill me as soon as we walk into the Red Rock Canyon. So I don't know. Either way, we're going to talk to Yes Man and finish up the stuff with the Brotherhood of Steel.
Can I help you with something else?
Let's talk about the tribes I should get to know.
Please, go on.
Let's see. I'm not ready to decide what I want to do with the Brotherhood. I know the Brotherhood. I want them left alone. Like I said, I don't think there's any way to get most of these factions to actually help you. You just need to sort of ignore them. I know the Brotherhood. I want them left alone.
Okay. Consider them forgotten, along with projections that predict they'll be our biggest enemy. Forgotten. That's 4 down. Just 1 to go.
Just 1 to go, indeed. Tell me what you know about the Great Khans.
The Khans are they're a dirty people. They live in tents like animals, and they're very rude. They've been kicked around a lot, but no one's finished them off. Not yet, anyway.
How have the Khans been kicked around?
They were one of the tribes the 3 families pushed out of Vegas. A whole bunch got killed. So they settled at Bitter Springs, but they kept being so obnoxious, the NCR had to kill a whole bunch more of them. So then, they settled at Red Rock Canyon. There's just no getting rid of them.
Well, maybe I'll have something to say about that. I need to take some more time with the Khans.
You set the pace. Anything else I can help with?
I don't believe so. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you say.
And it looks like we are done once more with Yes Man. I don't believe we got a quest, did we? Tend to Your Business was from the last episode, and I don't think we'll do that just yet. Go to Red Rock Canyon and make contact with the Great Khans, and I will attempt to do just that. Alrighty, so let's take a look at where Red Rock Canyon is. We'll press X, and let's see, Red Rock Canyon, and you'll notice it says we are vilified. So, that's not a good sign. Unless we get there, I don't think I've ever done it this way. That's like the catchphrase of this Let's Play. But unless we get there and there's something where it's like, we forgive you as long as you don't do anything else. You know, sort of what the Kaiser's Legion and NCR did. I think they're just going to immediately aggro onto us. So let's see, what is the closest way to get to Red Rock? Looks like Good Springs, but something tells me you can't get to it from there, and I know for a fact it's like in a canyon. What gave it away? Maybe the name Canyon. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of cazadors there as well, so this is going to be challenging indeed, but it looks like I'll head to Good Springs Cemetery and make my way there. Alright, so remember when I said I think we're going to have to fight some cazadors? Yeah, take a look at what we have here, some cazadors. Okay, so how much percentage do we have if we're trying to aim for the head? Oh, the joys of trying to find the head with a console controller in VATS. Come on now. We can target the head, right? Yeah, I see the little blip for it. It is 95%, but there's literally no way to get to it. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess we'll target the next best thing, the torso. So it looks like you can dodge them when they try to do this. Right now he's going to land and try and sting me with his posterior. Okay, hopefully that's a baby right there. Yeah, it looks like it's a lot smaller. Young Cazador. Okay, goodbye. Alright, so I believe I heard the little sound notification that tells us that we have been poisoned. So if you take a look at our HP, yeah, it is slowly draining. And I kind of want to save the anti-venom. Does it just do that indefinitely until you die? Let's see if it goes one more. Okay, hopefully that was the sound of it dissipating. No? Wow, alright. Well, I guess we will use one then. Anti-venom. We actually only have 1 left, so that's not good at all. Let's see, we have a dead body in front of us here, and it's just called Burned Body, with just a prospector outfit. Alright, let's take a look at where we are at. Let's see, we still have a long ways to go. Yeah, so I'm going to make my way over there. If anything interesting happens, I will show you guys. Well, a few seconds later, I saw a whole bunch of tents in the distance. That, of course, is not our destination. However, it is something, and there is a Cazador getting alerted. Oh, God. Okay, alright, let's see if we can... Oh, man, he is right up close and personal. Okay, but now we can't actually target the head, which doesn't really seem to do that much more damage anyways than if we targeted the torso, but I really don't want to get stung. So, let's try and... There we go. Alright, and I see one more at least. It'd be nice if you can make anti-venom out of their poison glands. I bet you can. Oh, man, look at our HP. Holy crap. Okay, there we go. Oh, God, go into the menu. Alright. We actually survived just by the skin of our teeth. Let's use an anti-venom and go into stats. Luckily, we stocked up on stim packs, but we're going to have to get rid of the majority of them. Alright, let's go into VATS and take this freaking Cazador out. One thing that I do not care about when using VATS is when it's up against Cazadors. I could care less if people think you're a casual gamer or something for using VATS on Cazadors, because these things have to be one of the most annoying video game enemies in the entire world. Alright. So moving forward, there was another dead body on the ground. I'm not sure if I went over that, but it is also a burned body with nothing on them. This looks to be like a location. I thought I saw a red blip, and indeed I did. So what? Oh my god, even more, but these look to be young Cazadors. Yeah. Get away from me. Using the hip fire, because they move so fast, I think that the hip fire would actually give us a bit more accuracy than if I tried to aim down the sights. Okay, we have eradicated this location of the Cazadors. I think we activated it, but I didn't see what it was called. So let's go back into our menu here. Tribal Village. Okay. Burned body. So there's a whole bunch of burned bodies all over the place, but none of them seem to have anything. This is actually a fiend. Okay. There has to be some sort of point to this, and we can also use those cots to rest up. Let's see. You have a whole bunch of stuff, but not really. Anything in the middle here? Nope. Okay, another dead fiend. Oh, I see what the point of this location is. I didn't mean to take that. So obviously there was a fight between the Great Khans and the fiends, and not a lot of people survived it. Alright, we do have an inside section here. There's got to be something important in here. There are 2 stim packs. So I guess this was a drug deal gone bad or something. A first aid box. Just going to have some Radaway and a stim pack. Okay, moving forward. I want to search everybody just in case someone has something. A fire axe is not a unique weapon, is it? I believe that's just a normal weapon. But if it is, I can always come back and get it. Okay, let's see. We do have one more inside location and an armor case that has not that important stuff inside of it, and a toolbox which I'm sure is not going to have anything. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take a nap. Can we not sleep on those cots? Nope, but we can sleep on these. So let's go for 1 hour. 1 hour still fully heals you, right? Yes. And I will be on my way. Alright, so you'll notice in the distance there is a red rock canyon, and that's exactly where we are headed. So obviously that's the entrance to the Great Khan's hideout. Obviously also there is a dilapidated building directly in front of us, so I wanted to explore that really quickly. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's jump over this fence. Okay, what do we have here? Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. What a glorious state park. Isn't it so beautiful with its dead trees and destroyed cars? Okay, is there any point to this location at all? Doesn't actually look like there's anything inside of this house, except for wreckage, and I'm not seeing anything really. Oh, hello, grasshopper, or giant mantis, sorry. Didn't mean to offend you, just totally forgot what you were called for a second there. I'm seeing a whole bunch of red blips, and they all seem to belong to these giant mantises, and I don't really feel like fighting all of them, so I'm going to attempt to outrun them and continue into Red Rock Canyon. Alright, so this is probably where things are going to get a lot more hairy. We'll open this ammunition box, get some 5, whatever it's called, rounds. What do we have here? Just another piece of the motorcycle. And I'm going to go ahead and save this game. Now, what I'm assuming is going to happen is that as soon as we enter this place, they're all going to aggro on me and start firing, and really the only way to do anything about the Great Khans is to totally wipe them all out. And I don't think we're in the position to do so. So there's not really a point to being sneak, I guess, because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Although we do have a blip up ahead, and it is neutral. That's a good sign. And he is walking in our direction, which is like the Bethesda way of saying this guy's gonna talk to you. But is he? No, he's not. I was totally wrong.
Caesar's veterans are making short work of the NCR. Well, that's what I hear.
Okay, well, let's just follow our quest marker for now. I guess I was totally wrong. Usually I find these guys and they're neutral anyways, so I didn't know what would happen if we were vilified. Optional. Return to Yes Man and tell him that you plan to ignore the Great Khans. Well, we haven't even talked to them yet. So, okay. So it looks like it's taking us back to Yes Man, but obviously we want to do some questioning here. So far, everybody is just named Great Khan, so we need to find somebody that has an actual name. Let's see, we have nothing that we can enter there. What about in here? Just a bunch of cots. Hello, anybody? Great Khans? I need to see your leader. We actually have a bunch of books in here. Lad's Life and Milsurp Review. I don't really feel like stealing magazines. Okay, I think that house that we passed back there, this one right here, is the one that you mainly deal with, if I remember right. Let's see what it's called. Door to Great Khan Longhouse. Isn't Longhouse a Viking thing? I believe it is. So that's kind of interesting because Great Khans is like Asian territory with Genghis Khan and all that sort of stuff. Okay, we have 3 dudes at the table here. Papa Khan, Regis, and Carl. Let's talk to Papa Khan.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
Can you tell me about your people?
You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory.
Maybe you could give me the short version.
In a hurry, are you? Very well, then. The Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here.
How did the 3 families defeat you?
They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them.
What happened at Bitter Springs?
When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
Aw, man, that's so sad. I mean, it's not like you guys deserved it for raiding the NCR and I'm sure killing all of them and all that sort of stuff. That doesn't sound like something the NCR would order.
Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here.
On second thought, let's talk about something else.
Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations.
I have reverence, it's just that, I said that weird. I have reverence, it's just that there was no more dialogue options, my friend. Who are you, Papa Khan?
You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people.
Okay, looks like we're done with Papa Khan. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Still no quest activated, so let's talk to these other 2 uniquely named people. How about you, Regis?
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans?
Who are you?
Name's Regis. I'm Papa Khan's advisor and right-hand man. I'm also the chief enforcer of the tribe's laws, so watch your behavior.
Tell me about Papa Khan.
Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind.
You could say he became bitter. What did you mean about Papa's hatred poisoning his mind?
Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider.
Okay, and that should tell us there's more to be found. I believe this dude actually has something that we can pickpocket. Let's see. No, he does not, other than 20 bottle caps. What about Papa Khan? Papa Khan's key, that might come in handy, and Carl has nothing. Well, let's see. Does Regis have any more to say? What's your opinion of the NCR?
That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you'd fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked?
I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere.
Okay, so that's it for Regis. Finally, what about Carl?
Greetings in the name of Kaiser.
In the name of Kaiser? Who are you?
My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the great Khans as a token of our alliance.
See, I told you guys, they pronounce it differently, you know, just whenever they want to. What alliance?
In exchange for great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes.
Well, that's not good, because we're definitely not siding with Kaiser, so we need to break up that allegiance. What's your role in Kaiser's Legion?
I am one of the Frumentari. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans.
What does the Legion want with the Great Khans?
Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle.
I had some other questions.
Speak then.
Okay, what do you think of the Great Khans?
They're a tribe of fine warriors with many proud traditions and a glorious history. They will be worthy additions to the Legion.
Alright, goodbye, Carl.
Yes, goodbye.
Okay, so yet again we must figure out how the hell to start this quest. I believe I do know the two NPCs, but I just want to make sure. So let me do some asking around, and then we'll start this quest before we end the episode. Okay, so apparently what we wanted to do is exit the Longhouse to the Red Rock Canyon again, and something should happen, although we don't have any speech, but I didn't see any speech options. Is it not going to happen? I kind of figured it wouldn't. Regis, the man that we talked to, is supposed to talk to you and give you, like, basically the quest, but I don't know if we did something wrong, so let me try and figure this out. Okay, actually, I went back to Papa Khan, and he now has a new dialogue option. I've come to ask the Great Khans to break their alliance with Kaiser's Legion.
Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you?
Didn't he literally already say that? Let's see. Okay, because the NCR is the best hope for long... Actually, no, I know if we say that, he's directly against the NCR, so that's probably not the best option. Do you really think Kaiser is going to restore your tribe to glory? You'll be made slaves.
Ha! The great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado, and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes.
Okay, well that's not good. But I believe now Regis should talk to us,
Something
right?
else you wanted?
Yeah, he has no dialogue options, but something is telling me if we leave the Longhouse, he's going to do what I thought he was going to do before, since we basically found out that Papa Khan... There we go.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment.
What is it you had in mind?
You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration.
So what do I do?
Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular. Me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him.
Aren't you convinced already if we're having this conversation?
I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you.
Okay. I'll see what I can do to convince everyone.
Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture.
I'll keep that in mind.
I would too, if I were you.
And there is the quest, Oh My Papa. Thank you for watching this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue this quest in the next one, and I will see you guys there. Bye-bye.